Hey everybody, it's what am I? My brain is frozen. Mind body synergilia. I'm Ilya. So I'm here on this very snowy, beautifully snowy day in New York City. As you can see in the background, or maybe you can't see. I'm in the park and I got my Labubu hat, which is like all snowed on. It's cold. It's like, I think it's 28 real feel, 32, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, well, it felt good because it's been such a long time since I've been doing these videos. It feels like forever, and because I couldn't speak anymore because of the esophagitis, and tiredness. I mean, so I wanted to come here and touch base on a video. And I don't have anything to read, but I wanted to just kind of dive into this Japanese proverb, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. It's a Japanese proverb that I don't even remember. I think it was in the early 2000s, 2001, something like that, I think, when I was taking karate. I think that's when I fell upon that proverb, or it was told to me. I can't remember, but it stuck with me all these years. And it's important because, is this crooked? Oh, whatever. Who cares if it's crooked? Because it's been a rough couple of years. We've all had them. We all have our moments where it's a few weeks, a few months, a few years, whether it's financial, job-wise, relationships, health issues, caretaking for parents or children. It's a lot. So, for me, it's been a big deal because I keep getting up. There have been moments where I used to post online all the doom gloom stuff because I didn't know how else to deal with things, but I'm grateful. Mary Walker, Mary Walker Golden, you are such a blessing. She is a friend who I met when I was working at Sirius. We were co-workers, and she became my friend, and she's been amazing, and I went through a lot of stuff last year. Oh gosh, I keep saying there's stuff going on. Like, it started in 2020. It just started a long time ago, let's just say, but it started to spiral. It was one thing after another, and then last year, when I thought things were turning a corner for the better, I got the hypertonic pelvic floor, went to the hospital, figured out, okay, just need exercises and a Therawan to stretch the pelvic floor muscle. And then I find out that I didn't have, thank God, deep vein thrombosis. Circulation's great. It's just muscle wasting or deconditioning, which happened after, as we all know, the breast biopsy by incompetent doctors. And well, here I am. I didn't know that, so it's been hard to keep getting up because I kept getting injured. Now I'm taking things slow, but I've also encountered different things. Like last year, I was diagnosed with Barrett's. The tissue samples, the lab results, all indicate Barrett's. My gastroenterologist wasn't 100% convinced from what she saw under the microscope, but the lab results say differently. So we're treating it as such, doing the best I can, but then got more tests done. As you do with PPIs, you have to check, make sure you're not getting C. diff or, your vitamin levels, making sure everything's great. And I got high levels of chyloprectin, I think that's the name, which indicate Crohn's disease. So I'm dealing with that now because I don't know. I will know for sure with a colonoscopy I'm having next Friday. Woohoo! Oh, great. That's going to be lovely. Just that poop chute is going to be upset. So it is what it is. But I'm getting back up. I am taking the PPIs. In this case, the name is Voquezna. And anybody who knows me knows I am not a fan of pills, and they're not a fan of me because I've always had side effects for a majority of these pills. So I was elated when I was able to take something to heal my esophagus. And then the change has been big. I went from swallowing water, it felt like rocks, to not being able to eat anything unless it was pureed, to now being able to eat a little bit. I do have other issues like a sore that keeps coming up every time I eat. So is it mouth cancer? Probably not. I have to rule it out. Is it because of Crohn's? Maybe. I was researching, and other possibilities could be dysbiosis, which is a major gut imbalance, which I wouldn't be surprised. But it's a lot. It's a lot of unanswered questions, and I'm hoping to get those answers after the colonoscopy. I'll be going to the ENT because I wanted to make sure I had all the test results possible so that I can give them to her so she's well informed, so that we're not doing unnecessary tests to see what's going on, But as far as me being able to go outside, I've done a lot more than I have in so long. Every single day this past week, with the exception of Thursday because it was very busy, I have been going outside and walking for about a mile. That's huge considering last year I had gotten to the point between the low D vitamin, the low D3, and the deconditioning, I wasn't able to walk. And subluxation, mind you. I did so much this past month, and even like partially in December, than I have in a really long time, and it feels really good. So that's why I wanted to come out. This is about falling down 7 times and standing up 8. You fall down, you get knocked down, and you get back up. It's not always easy, I know. But it's all about mentality, and it's not easy when you're in that dark place. It's not easy when you keep getting hit and hit and hit. But I'm telling you right now, with the wellness coaching from Mary, thank you, I love you so much, Mary, I have really changed. Like, she knew the questions to ask, that helped me reflect, helped me to problem solve, helped me to just take a step back and analyze things in a different way and think about things in a different way. And sometimes you need that support, whether it's a psychologist or psychiatrist or a wellness coach, which I'm much more partial to, especially because it was Mary. I've known her for so long, and she's a goddess. She's a guru, she's a yoga guru. She's everything. She's my Yoda. So I'm grateful, and we all need somebody sometimes to, kind of guide us, help us see what we're not seeing, or think about things in a different way, because you can read all the self-help books you want, but sometimes they don't help, because you're in your own head, and that's how I've been for so long. So I feel liberated. I feel better. I mean, yes, things will happen, and when we were doing the coaching, she did mention that, at the end of the coaching, that it's not, you're feeling a certain way now, and we're done with the program, but that doesn't mean that things aren't going to happen. And immediately internally I was like, oh really? I was so bummed. But it's like, yeah, that's not reality, that things are going to be 100% perfect. And that's always been me, like 100% perfect. Everything's good, and that's how it's supposed to stay. But that's not how it is, as I've seen in the past couple of years, especially last year. And even this year, things keep going and going. I mean, how am I supposed to pay for all this stuff? I'm thousands of dollars in debt. But at the same time, it's not that doom, gloom, oh my God, crying, panicky, turning off the light and going to sleep, depression mode that I'm in anymore. It's like, okay, this sucks, but how can we fix this? What can I do? The wheels start turning, and that's why the walks have been very helpful. I go for a walk and my head clears, and I wasn't able to do that before because of so many different reasons. One, I was always exhausted, and when you're mentally, with me, when I'm mentally sad, my body shuts down. When I'm sick, my body shuts down. When my gut and stomach were out of whack, which it's been this way for so long, my body shuts down. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. With this this treatment that I'm having, I'm going less and less to the bathroom. And anyone who has digestive issues or an illness, if you know, it's liberating, because you're like, okay, well, I know I'm not going to have to go to the bathroom, so I can go outside. I can take advantage of this beautiful, crisp, snowy air, even though my bum is frozen on this bench. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I mean, is it all flowers and roses? No, definitely not. But I'm getting there. And these days that I'm going outside, I mean, all of this it's a good start. Whatever happens with the colonoscopy, I don't know what she's going to find. I don't think it's going to be anything harsh. Maybe a polyp, maybe it is Crohn's, I don't know. But whatever it is, I may cry about it for a second, but then I will dust myself off and get up. That's just what I'll do. I mean, Aaliyah's song sticks in my mind as well. That was I heard it from that movie. Well, I saw that movie, Romeo Must Die, and it was dust yourself off and try again. That was like the chorus, and that's it. That's what I'm doing. Or Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. That's just what I'm doing. I mean, there's no other way around it. I want to live. I haven't wanted to do anything for so long. And man, there's just so much to see. Right now I'm just looking. I'm not even looking at the camera as much, because oh man, the sight is beautiful. Being able to enjoy the snow is beautiful. So, I mean, if you're going through something in life, it's not easy. I'm not going to say it's going to get better in a day or a week or even in a month. It's going to take some time. And if you can lean on people for, just get that support, reach out, because you never know. There's always somebody that's willing to lend a hand. Even if, my mom used to go to church, and she would talk to the priest, and, it's just comforting to have somebody there, a teacher, a priest, a friend, a family member, a counselor, a professional, even online. IDon'tMind.com is another one that I remember reaching out to quite a few times, and they were super, super helpful. I don't remember the names, because my perimenopause, that brain fog is there. But Supergirl, Melissa Benoist, her husband, I think his name is Chris. I could be wrong, and I'm sorry if I am wrong, but her husband, I believe he co-founded this organization, and you're able to chat online with a counselor, and it's all about mental health. And it's amazing. And they helped me in a time where I wasn't reaching out to anybody. So they're very helpful as well if you don't have someone in person, or that you can connect to, on the phone or on the internet or whatever. They're pretty helpful. So just don't give up. It's just, tomorrow's a new day, and it may not feel like things are getting better, but eventually they'll get better. And then you look back on those moments, those really dark moments, and you say, wow, look at what I did. And that's what I'm doing in so many different things. Like, I always look at the picture of Comic-Con. I point that out, and I talk about it a lot because it's important to me. And I even, had it printed of how I looked when I was dressed as Chelsea Green, because it was a big deal. I was going through so much crap that my focus and determination, along with the coaching that I was going through in those, happened to be in those months, led me to be able to go. And that's picture is a reminder of the resilience that I have within me, that we have within all of us. And when you focus and you take things slowly, if you have to take things slowly, then you're really able to get there. You're really able to achieve those goals. Sometimes it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. it's slow. You know, the progress can be slow, but that's where patience is virtue, you know, and being graceful, being kind to yourself. That goes a long way. You know, there's no reason to beat yourself up over things. I mean, it happens. We all fall back into that bad habit, if that's a bad habit you have. I know I do that. But no, then you snap out of it. You know, it's easier now to snap out of it than it was before. Now it's like, oh, Ilya, you're so stupid. And I'm like, nope, 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 don't do that. We're not doing this today. And you move forward with positivity and just all's good, you know, and this moment may suck, but tomorrow it might be better. I'm still repeating the mantra, something good will happen to me today. Even if bad stuff happens or the day doesn't go as I planned, like yesterday didn't go as I planned, and I was a little bit bummed, but then something good happened. What was the good? My brother brought me yogurt. It's a small thing. It may be insignificant to other people, but it's that wee yogurt. That's the only yogurt that I can have because it has no citrus or citric acid or things that I can't have because of my gastritis. And it's expensive. It's like $2.19. But it's something that I need to eat. And they sold out of the 2 supermarkets here. They had nothing but strawberry. Can't have that. And he went to another supermarket because he was hell-bent. He said, you know what, I'm hell-bent on going over here. It was 10 blocks away. Let's see. And he got me 3. And he came and he told me. And, you know, he told me, hey, they're on sale. So what did I do yesterday? I got my mile in. I went over there with him and I got 12. So now I'm set for a couple of weeks because I'm really trying to replenish that gut bacteria, both taking probiotics in pill form and, you know, strengthening that gut bacteria with some yogurt. So there's just the little things. It's small, but it's a win. And I'll take it. I'll take the wins, and you should celebrate your wins too. I mean, it's a big deal. Whether it's small or big, celebrate them. You know, because it's just, you should. You're working hard for these wins. So that's it. That's it for today. Enjoy the snow. This beautiful, beautiful snow. Let me, there you go. You see the snow? It's beautiful. So enjoy the snow. Enjoy this lovely day. Well, if you're in New York City, enjoy the snow. But everyone else, enjoy the day. And who knows? But enjoy the day, and remember, if you fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Never give up, my phoenixes. Until next time, have a good one.